Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you how to make 1 cup of one-handed Indian chai. Okay, so this is what you're going to need. You're going to need a half a cup of water, some sugar, a little bit of ginger, a tablespoon, a teaspoon, a grater, a strainer, and some milk. Oh, and some nice Indian chai. Okay, so what you'll do is just go over here and put the stove on high. So what we'll do is put our half a cup of water into the pot. Okay, next you're going to need to grate a little bit of ginger into your pot. So for 1 cup of Indian chai, you'll probably need about a ½ inch of ginger. So you just grate that into the pot. But I have some that I prepared earlier. So I'm going to put that in there. And then you're just going to let this boil. Okay, and then next we can go ahead and put in our chai. So you're just going to need a teaspoon, and I usually get Jivraj 9 black loose leaf tea, but it's really important to get really good Indian tea because that's what's going to make your tea taste really good. So you can either get this kind, or there's another kind called Wagh Bakri, and you can get these at your local Indian grocery store. So what you'll do is just going to need about, this is challenging. Okay, so this is what it looks like, and you're going to need 1 teaspoon. But I'll grab some more in a second. That wasn't a full teaspoon. And you can just go ahead and put that in, and then let it come to a boil. Okay, so the key is that when you put in your black tea, don't let it boil too long because then it'll get bitter. So I usually let it boil for about, I don't know, 20 seconds, max 30 seconds. And then I'll go over here and get my milk. So you just need a ½ a cup of milk. And you just go ahead and put that in. Okay, so now what I would do is go ahead and put your heat down a little. And then I usually go ahead and put in my sugar now. So I like a lot of sugar, so I put a full tablespoon. Just put that in and mix it around. Okay, so now the key is to let it boil for a few minutes now. And the reason why I put the heat down is because it's going to come to a boil really fast, and a lot of times it can overflow. So what you'll do is you let it come to a boil, and every couple of seconds you'll see me take it off the heat so that it doesn't overflow. And occasionally I leave it on high, and then I just pay attention and make sure I take it off the heat in time. But for beginners purposes, I'm going to leave it on medium high. So the most important part is this part. So this part is going to allow your tea to, like, all the flavors for it to come out, and it just starts becoming really good at this point. if you let it boil, the longer you let it boil, the better your tea will taste, basically. So it's about to come to a boil. You can kind of see the froth coming up at the top, so that's a good sign. So it takes about a minute or so, or a minute or two to come to a boil, and then you'll need to boil it for another like 2 or 3 minutes if you want it to be really good. So I'll show you how to do that in just a second. Okay, and you can kind of see it inching up now, and it's gonna keep doing that. So let it boil, and then you might take it off the heat for a second and let it settle a little, and then boil again. And so you just let it boil for about 2 or 3 minutes, and just make sure it doesn't overflow, because sometimes if the heat is too high it can do that. So you might take it off and, you know, like let it settle again and heat it a little more. And then once it's come to a boil for about 2 or 3 minutes, then you can go ahead and turn your heat off. I'll do that right now, and then it should be ready. So then I'm just gonna go ahead and get my cup here. One thing I did forget to do was put in the cardamom. If you're interested in if you like cardamom, then go ahead and put that in with the ginger, because it tastes really good. So now I am going to strain it into my cup. Wow, this is challenging. Okay, and then as you can see, the ginger and the loose leaf tea is all caught in the strainer, and then that can be put to wash. And this is your 1 cup of hot Indian chai. And that's it. Thanks for watching.